There are two ways to live your life, and which of these two ways you choose will impact the quality of your entire life. You either live your life at cause or you live your life at effect. Let me explain what I mean. So I vaguely remember at school them teaching cause effect, but I hated physics, so I didn't really follow it. Something about you hit a hammer and the effect is the sound and the cause is the hitting of the hammer. But here's broadly what it means in our everyday life, and this is just a critical distinction. Most people, and it's about 95 to 98% of the population, most people live their lives at effect. In other words, the quality of their life, they believe, is the effect of stuff outside of them. So we're seeing a very good example of this at the moment with all the chaos globally in the economies across the world. And when you watch the news and when you hear people speaking about it, everyone's trying to convince you that your life, the quality of your financial life, depends on what other people are doing. Governments, banks, mortgage companies, and all the rest of them. So most people live their financial lives completely at the effect of everybody else. Many people also live their lives generally and believe that the problems in their life are caused by other people, their upbringing, their parents, and so on and so forth. So that's living life at effect. If you live your life at effect, obviously whether or not you have a good day depends completely on other people and what they do. The other way of living your life is to live your life at cause. Live your life at cause means you are responsible for your life and for all the key elements in it. Sure, there are major impacts and there are major influences, but ultimately you are responsible. If you meet very successful people, a very successful business person, a very successful sports person, a very successful parent, someone who's succeeded at doing amazing things with their health or their weight, they will get to that point where they took total responsibility. The thing about taking responsibility is on the one hand, initially, it's a little frustrating because it's so easy, isn't it? And doesn't it feel better initially to just blame everybody else? It's not my fault, it's everybody else's fault. I haven't got enough money in the bank, it's someone else's fault. Yeah, but what if actually I took responsibility and realized that actually there were things I could do to influence this? And sure, the world's gonna affect me, but I'm gonna be so strong and so powerful. I actually did this very early on in my career, 20 something years ago. I had huge debt. I managed to rack up like 6-figure debt, and look at the bank statement, and it was always negative for the overdraft. Everybody was chasing me for this money, and I was blaming everybody. It was my customer's fault, or it was the economy's fault, or so on. And I had a big long list of people to blame, because of course that feels better at the time, because then it's other people's fault, and so I don't have to address it myself. But you know, there was this moment in time, I remember looking at this bank statement with all the minus signs on it and thought, what if you are totally responsible for your world? And the moment I did that, it was kind of painful short term, because taking on that responsibility isn't the easiest thing in the world. But over time, it was the single most liberating thing, certainly financially, that I did in my life. And so we all have an ongoing decision to make, whether we're living our life at effect or at cause. And I do think that if we could spread the word about this, for example, you know, kids should be taught this, because that's not what they're being told. They're being told they're victims. They're being told they're victims of this, that, and the other, and everything. And it's not that there are bad forces. And by the way, I'm not talking in any way about justifying people treating you bad or anything like that. But I'm talking about you claiming your power. And you claim that you cannot be powerful as a human being if your entire existence is in other people's hands, economies, partners, the person you work for, your work colleagues, whatever that long list consists of. So making that shift from living our life at effect to living at cause is one of the biggest life shifts any of us can make. Please follow me on here and I'll share more advanced thinking tips with you. And please share this video, share this post. I'm sure there are people you know who might benefit from someone gently suggesting to them that actually it's not all everybody else's fault and they have the power to make some shifts. So please share this, and I will catch up with you very, very soon.